Sorry.
This is what I'm going to be putting in my new jarbie. Do you want to go through them? The blue plastic key.
Wow.
The bag of magic sweets.
Hey, hold them all up to your jumper as you put them in.
Oh yeah, bag of magic sweets.
Okay.
The mystical protractor. A little, lovely little shape. Bit of foliage for the deep of the waters. Green frog. The domed
sacrificing the cool badge.
a lovely little trinket. A whistle it is, but it's got a little deep sea face on it. A lovely bit of obscure structure, down to like maybe a spaceman. This is a luminous mask. If you turn the light out, it would glow in the dark.
Cool.
Don't really know about that.
Adds a nice touch of spark.
So that's something I've got so far. I think the best jarbies work when you have a sort of central head. I don't know. I've only got that one. You see, I had an experiment with like trying to melt it. So I don't know if that's really appropriate now. Ooh. He might be a good sudden touch coming around the side of the Mars mud.
Yeah.
Yes, you just saw me there using the tin approach, which you put your possible jarbie entrails, like what you're gonna your components in the tin, sauce it around a bit, see what looks like it might go together. If anything jars, you think, oh, that doesn't quite, I don't want him in it, so you take him out. You see, if you're a hoarder like me that collects trinkets and treasure, with possible inclusion in menageries and cornucopias, then you know you'll already have a good supply on tap. But if you haven't, simply browse around the charity shops in the 10p boxes looking for little trinkets and treasures that one might be able to use in a jarbie. The mysterious cube, that's a very special cube. I kept that for a long time. It's got a ball inside it. You can hardly ever see it. Look, can you see it there? Inside the cube there's a little ball, so that can roll around by itself. Look. Oh, it can go through the holes in the cube. Like the cube exists as a puzzle, you have to get the ball through the holes in the cube. Yeah. But you could do it in the jarbie. It is possible with the feat of Gen Zen kind of control that you could do that in. Yeah. Which, and I think it's magical, I just do. I think jarbies are magical anyway. They can be used as a kind of scrying tool, you know, to foretell things, like a sort of, like you would use a crystal ball. You may see synchronous collisions of metaphors in a jarbie. You might be thinking like, oh, am I going to die if I carry on smoking? And then suddenly the skull will appear. And that's like saying, yes, you're going to die if you carry on smoking. Or you might think like, you know, does such and such love me? And then a love heart will appear. But the love heart might not appear, like a skeleton might appear, and that might mean something different. It's an organic thing, you can't package it. It's just got to be passed on like a folk craft, you know. That's what it is, it's a folk craft. You can't sell it. You could sell individual ones, of course, you know. Yeah. So in that sense it could be commercial.
You could actually make quite a fortune out of selling beautiful jarbies.
I think
people would just make their own eventually, wouldn't they? They'd say, oh, that's a great idea, it's dead simple, why would I buy one?
Yeah, but it's like an artwork, actually. I mean, the original one that I made for you is an artwork. The elusive ring. Is there a ring in here? You were really excited. You thought the whole thing was just a ploy for me to propose to you. I saw a ring. I saw a ring. The original one was the artwork because it's not just because it was the first one, but because, like, you know, I'd made it for you. Like, I was still in love with you. It was a present. I took all of the things that really mattered to me, my little trinkets, and it's all about the little trinkets and the treasures and the cornucopias and the menageries of life, you know. And that's what a jarbie is. And it works at its best, perhaps, as a present for someone. If you make a jarbie for someone, you know, it's the ideal present.
Yeah, totally. That was the most amazing present I'd ever been given. And you were my boyfriend and you were giving me that present. That was brilliant.
Yeah, but I didn't give him much other good presents, but...
Yeah, you did. You were always giving me good presents.
No.
You got me loads of good stuff.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you did.
Top it up so it's on the top. This will be alright to film now, but I might have to put more glitter in, I think, ultimately. Oh, bollocks. Yeah, it's not very watertight, this one. You need your jar to be watertight. This is, I think, the screw threads on its last legs as well.
Oh, there's the little fella. With the goggly eyes. There he is. He looks like an Ethiopian baby.
So, it definitely needs more glitter. Just a bit. It's a magical concept. We came up with it together.
Yeah.
We laughed ourselves into the dawn with our talk of jarbies, and our, you know, the all-day breakfast in a jarbie. Can you put it in a jarbie? This was the pink, feminine jarbie with the purple oracle. It floats in a sea of almost invisible magic. Look, there's one there. A sparkling star, a sparkly silver butterfly flies around in this feminine jarbie. One of the only ones of its kind in the world today. The purple rock, of course, a mystical stone. No one knows. Is it a cousin of Mars mud? We simply do not know. But this jarbie has puzzled scientists. Whoops, there go the marbles. For centuries. I think the water just goes stagnant. It might look pretty, but you know, after weeks, months, even years, you open up that jarbie, you're going to get hit by a bad stench. Because the thing, it depends what's in it, but you know, you've got a lot of plastic in there and water. But if you've got miscellaneous stuff like Mars mud, or say like if you were to put some, you know, sperm in there or something, you know, to see it floating around, which would be interesting. Yeah, what about that? A jarbie with a bit of poo, a bit of sperm, some blood, fingernails, bogies.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
A bit of sick.
That shit, it's perfect.
Pubes as well, like a real sort of
Body jarbie.
body jarbie. Yeah.
Oh my god!
And you could do it with yours and your lovers' body bits, so that you'll be together enshrined forever in the jarbie.
But because it's organic, surely it would it all just become one great big organic mush?
We don't know.
Would it all break down?
We don't
like
know. We just don't know.
You got any final words on jarbies for me?
Oh, rubbish! Don't waste your time. I work at a slower pace than the universal society works at, so that's why it's not designed for me and I'm not designed for it. That's why I'm at loggerheads with myself and it, because it wants... But what I want is a few days in bed and then like a little tiny idea, and then, you know, in the ideal world I'd make a little something, like a jarbie or something, you know. Job done. You know, when I made that jarbie, inspired as it was by you, you know, my work was done here. I was ready to move on to the next planet, you know. And the more jarbies I make, the better things will become. You know? And a song is like a jarbie, you know. I like writing songs, I enjoy the pictures. A song bee and a picture bee.